Hi, this is Krisstina Wise, your Millionaire Mindset Coach. I help top performers like you turn their performance into millions and learn how to feel like $1,000,000 at the same time. In other words, mindsets and how-tos for building money wealth and health wealth, because we truly need both to be happy. So welcome back to Millionaire Mentor Week, Holiday Edition. Today is day 2. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of closure, how our brain works, how it's important that our brain closes loops. And the beautiful time of this time of year, beyond it just being holiday season and decorations and gift giving and celebration and family time, it's also a perfect time of year to complete 2015, to put the year behind us, to call it done, to be able to celebrate the successes, to be able to observe the failures or some of the losses, and then be able to invent and dream up what's ahead. So we're closing 2015. What's behind us is done. We don't even have to think about it anymore. We can just let that mind energy go. So today we're going to dig in a little bit deeper about talking about my goal setting system. It's actually my closure, reflection, and goal setting system. My 7 F word system. It's the 7 F words for living an effing good life, is the way I describe it for myself and why I've invented it, because that's what this is all about, is living a good life. What I call the wealthy, wealthy life, a life full of health wealth and then financial wealth, so that our health wealth, we can use our health wealth in order to experience and enjoy life. So let's look at what is the 7 F word system. The 7 F words are I've broken it into 7 life categories. And the reason why many times we feel out of balance and crazy and out of control is we don't really have a system or a framework to be able to look at our life and sort of dissect it, and to be able to observe what's working and not working. And so just things are all over the place and out of control, and we have no way to sort of put the puzzle pieces back together. So this is my 7 F word system. And these are the 7 F words of the 7 life categories. That what's important is that we have goals in each of these categories. We've thought about these. We have sort of idea of what we want each of these parts of our life to look like. That is all part of feeling happy, successful, content, safe. And they start with faith, family, feelings like how we feel, our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, our relational health, but everything about the whole context of feelings, and there's so many layers to that. Fun, and how we put fun in our life. Flourish, which is all about personal growth and self-actualization, and figuring out like why we're here, and what we're meant to do, and who we're meant to be, and the constant journey of becoming. And then philanthropy is the part of giving back, and building part of the universe and a world that is bigger than just we are, and to be able to be that ripple effect by virtue of what we do or what we give, we help others, and those others help others. And then finally, you'll see the biggest piece, which is the finance F. And the finance F, the reason why this is last is because our money, the finances, is what our income here, our money, is what underwrites the cost of living, and broken it up into all of these different categories. So these are the 7 F words for living a really good life. So here's your homework for today. For the rest of the week, we're going to dive into each one of these deeply, and you're going to set goals in each one of these. But for today or tonight, your homework, or what I'd like you to do, here's your action, is I want you to look at your faith, just your belief system, and look at your philosophy and your actions in 2015, and how are you feeling with your faith? I want you to reflect on that, and then I want you to grade yourself. If I just feel very connected with my faith, I feel in tune with the universe, I'm in certain practices that really support my faith, and so that, where you might give yourself an A then if you're connected. You might say, my faith is sort of just kind of fallen out and fallen off, and it's not really where I'd like it to be. I feel a little bit disconnected, and I don't really have any practices that support that faith and that connectivity. And I feel very much need to control all the time, and I have no way to just kind of let go and have faith. So I think I'm probably maybe a D or a C in this. And go each one of these. Family time is like time with family. How much like quality time? It's not about quantity, but quality time do we spend with those that we care about? And then also the quality of the relationships. Like, how would I grade my relationships overall in the sense, like, are they healthy? Are they unhealthy? Do they serve me? Are they just pulling at me? Are they reciprocal, or are they just one way? So really look at the quality time and grade that, and the quality of the relationships. Like, do you have a lot of healthy people in your life, or maybe a lot of unhealthiness that maybe some relationships need to be re-examined? And then so grade yourself there. How am I doing? In 2015, how would I grade myself when it comes to my family in those two contexts? Feeling is to grade ourselves like, how do I feel, or how was 2015? And this one it has, like I said earlier, it has a few different layers to it. First of all, it's just, how do I feel in general? Like on a happiness scale, 1 to 5. Like 1, I'm just, I'm depressed. I'm just, don't have my life together. I just feel like I should be somewhere else, or it should be better than this, and I'm kind of stuck, or just burn out or exhausted. Or it could be like, no, I feel really happy and excited, and feel like, this is my life, and I'm in control of it, and things are flowing and working out. So that's one level where we'd look at our feelings. But then also, how do we feel physically, or just our physiology, our biology? Do we feel like we're at the right weight? Do we feel healthy? Do we have energy? Do we have a good sex drive? Just overall health and well-being. It's not about being the perfect, size 2 or size 4 or whatever, sort of conventional ways we think about health. This is about energy, vitality. I feel just every day I wake up, I'm just jump out of bed, and I have the energy and the excitement and the positivity and everything, just go take on the day and to make life great. So that's that part. And then finally, just emotionally, just really the emotional part of this, the psychological part, is, do I spend most of my time on the positive side of things, or do I kind of get stuck in negativity, complaining, blaming, gossiping? And so those sorts of things, those sort of behaviors, for example, will pull us more to the unhappy side, versus the other way of maybe, no, I gave lots of gratitudes, and I appreciated people, and I gave gifts, and I gave my time, or these different things that might move us more to the emotional well-being. So there's a lot to grade ourselves in the feeling, but just sort of grade yourself. Again, A means I just feel great and overall really happy, and an F just meaning that, I've got a lot of work to do here. Then fun is to look at fun, and how much fun have I incorporated in my life in 2015? Do I have enough fun? Do I have too much fun built in that's getting in the way of producing and some of the accomplishments or the money making that I need to do? But overall, just look at fun and grade yourself. Like I said earlier, flourish is about personal growth, self-actualization. So grade yourself in that, how many books did I read? How many conferences did I go to? How many mentors did I follow? How many intellectual or philosophical conversations have I had? Like, how have I been just filled up with new knowledge and growth? And so grade ourselves there, because if we're not growing, the universe works in two ways. It's either sort of expanding or it's contracting. So we're either kind of growing or we're dying. So we want to make sure we're on the growth side of things. So grade yourself, like, what did I do? How did I flourish? Or am I in any sort of activities in order to flourish in 2015? How'd I do? Philanthropy is all about the giving back. And we can give back different ways. We can give back with money, just meaning, we have certain philanthropic organizations we gift money to, but philanthropy can be time. Some of us, if we don't necessarily have the money ability to be able to gift people with money, we can spend time all different places, even Habitat for Humanity to help build a house, right? No financial gifts required. It's all just showing up and helping build a house, for example. But our philanthropy, like giving, is a great way to feel good about ourselves without any expectation or anything coming in return. It just means I'm giving to help others that actually need the help or need something more than I do. So grade ourselves there. And then finances is the final piece we're going to grade ourselves on. And we grade ourselves a few different ways. Like, number one, how would I grade myself overall with finances? I'm money confident. I have a budget. I have a framework for my money. I put money away for my investments. I lived within my means, I paid off my debt, or I didn't get in debt. That would be maybe giving yourself an A, meaning you just own the money thing and money's serving you and you control the money, not vice versa. Or maybe you have a lot of debt and maybe you're just sort of living a lifestyle where your money's a little bit out of control, or maybe you and your spouse fight about money all the time, and so that makes it very difficult in order to succeed with money. If you and your spouse, if it's a point of contention, it's really hard to grow money if money is a source of fighting within the household. So it's something we want to grade ourselves on here. So here's the thing, grade yourself an A through an F just like you were in school, but here's the difference in being in school. When you were in school, A was a good thing and B means you were a failure. Even too many Fs means you're going to be kicked out of school. Both an A and an F in our case is great. An A means congratulations, you own this. You've really got this part of life worked out. You've got a philosophy, you've got a system, you've got a practice, you're probably in an environment that really serves you. So that part of life is working. But maybe there's a part of life where you're feeling overweight or just tired, or you don't have enough energy. Like I said, you've lost your sex drive and you're failing there. So that's fine. Like, give yourself an F. And the great thing about F is that you're saying, you know what, I failed in 2015, but guess what? 2015 is over. Remember, we've closed the year. The year's done. The past is behind us. And now we have this future, this new space of possibilities to invent 2016, to invent to adopt a new philosophy and to create new practices, but to dream and to create and to set the goals of maybe I want to get a C, or I want to get a B, or I want to get an A. But the reason why we celebrate an F, it means we actually sat down, we paused, we took time to reflect and think about, I'm giving myself an F. Congratulations, self, we got an F. And since now we recognize it, so now we know that an F isn't satisfactory. If we stay at F for a long period of time, we'll probably get sick or whatever might happen, so we don't want to stay there. So let's move that up in 2016, and that's where the goal for 2016 maybe will be to get to a B. And so that's what we'll put in our goal setting, is what can I do differently in 2016 as opposed to 2015 to move from F to a B. But if you don't reflect, if you don't look at really why we're at an F, so it's not just grading yourself, it's also like, why did I give myself an F? Well, it's because I'm not making the time to exercise, or I've just got too many commitments, or, I'm in an environment that's not really conducive to this, so maybe I need to change my environment. But you really want to drill down, give yourself a score, and then really write down the reasons why you're successful in these areas, or the reason why you're less than optimally successful in these key areas. So that's it. This is the 7 F words for a good life. Your homework for tonight is to grade yourself and just do some reflection and some journaling. You can download the workbook like we talked about as a place to take some notes, but I really encourage you to start really doing a lot of reflection and time, just you and yourself, to look at, analyze your life and break it up in these different categories. The more time you spend there, the more likely that you're going to be able to change things to be able to improve your life for next year. All right, so that's today. And then tomorrow, what we're going to dive into is we're going to dive into goal setting in the F word of faith. And we'll drill in very deep. So no goal setting yet. Right now is just reflection, because when we reflect, we're going to close out the year because we've given ourselves a grade. We know what's worked and not worked. We're going to call it done, dust off, put it behind us, and then tomorrow we'll open up with the fresh new space to design, invent our dreams, and create our goals in all the different 7 life categories. All right, hope that helps. Remember, watch me on Facebook, check Periscope. We'll be doing some live Q&A. Make sure if you have any questions during this time, I'm all yours, so please send them over. All right, I'm signing off. Have fun. I look forward to hearing how it's going. Talk to you tomorrow.